Sarah, congratulations! Mark told me about your engagement, so the older sister is finally getting married. Thank you, Lisa. I heard you're marrying someone you've been with for a long time. That's right. I've been dating the same person since middle school, and we're finally able to get married. Since middle school? That's such a sweet love story. Thank you. We wanted to make sure we were ready for this step. Oh, that's right. We're actually planning to have a wedding ceremony, too. Huh? A ceremony? Really? I'll contact you with the details once they're finalized. I hope you and Mark will attend. Wait, hold on. You're joking about the wedding, right? Do you two really have the money for something like that? Excuse me? Mark told me you're a poor couple, so a wedding ceremony, that's just... I mean, I don't want to be rude, but people without money shouldn't try to do things beyond their means. Poor couple? Yes, I heard the whole story. You've been living together in some rundown apartment forever. Like, seriously, who lives like that in this day and age? Well, yes, that's true. We're both so busy with work that it was basically just a place to sleep, so we thought a cheap place would be fine for saving money, too. No. Even so, that's way too poor. Saving money is one thing, but there are limits. Huh? I heard that in this day and age, you are actually living in an apartment without a bathtub. It's true we don't have a bathtub, but there's a 24-hour gym with a large communal bath nearby, so we figured we could bathe there. No way! Going to a gym every day for your bath is just insane! Do you know how weird that sounds to normal people? Really? But thanks to the large communal bath, we get to enjoy a spa-like experience every day. Plus, we can maintain our exercise routine, so both my fiancé and I really like it. But baths should be enjoyed relaxing at home. I spend 2 hours every day watching YouTube in the bath by myself. That's what civilized people do. That sounds nice. Well, Mark and I built a house and live comfortably. You and your fiancé are stuck in a rundown apartment. The gap between siblings is just crazy. I mean, Mark is younger than you, but look at the difference in lifestyle. Sarah, aren't you embarrassed to be alive? What? Your income and lifestyle are both worse than your younger brother's. That's just pathetic. So you should definitely give up on having a wedding. It's just going to be embarrassing for everyone involved. Are you worried about our financial situation? Oh, wait! Are you maybe inspired by our wedding from last year? Huh? Well, after seeing such a gorgeous wedding, even poor people like you would want to have a wedding too. The spacious venue with lots of guests. A cute and gorgeous dress with a big wedding cake. I guess any girl would be envious. I bet you've been dreaming about having something like that ever since. It certainly was a lovely ceremony. I still remember it. But that wedding was possible because it was us. It's absolutely impossible for a poor couple like you. We had a real budget, you know, not some pocket change. Maybe you could do it if you used cardboard boxes for the guest tables. What? Listen here, a wedding isn't just about the ceremony. There's married life afterward. This is advice from a senior bride. You need to think realistically about your future. I see. Anyway, I'm telling you this for your own good. You should check your actual income first. A wedding is too high a hurdle for poor people. Mark, can I talk to you for a minute? I want to ask you something about Lisa.
What's up?
You told Lisa about my engagement, right? How exactly did you explain it?
Huh? How? I didn't really say anything special, just that you were finally marrying your longtime boyfriend, and as your brother, I was happy for you. That's about it.
That's strange. Lisa said you described us as a poor couple.
What?
She went on and on about how we live in a rundown apartment and can't afford a proper wedding. Sorry for being a poor couple living in a rundown apartment. I didn't think my brother looked down on me like that.
Wait, hold on. I never said anything like that. I never called you a poor couple. I never even mentioned your apartment. Why would I even talk about your living situation?
Huh?
Besides, I don't even know what kind of apartment you live in. I've never visited.
Oh, now that you mention it, that's true.
And why would I make fun of my own sister and her fiancé as poor? I would never do something like that.
But Lisa said she heard you were a poor couple. She seemed so confident about it.
What's that about? I have no memory of that at all. Oh, but...
What?
Come to think of it, remember when you sent us that package, the housewarming gift with that stylish clock?
That was about 6 months ago.
Lisa was staring really intently at your address on the package. I think she was searching for something on her phone, too. I thought it was weird at the time, but didn't think much of it.
She searched my address to look up my apartment?
That would explain a lot, actually. And sometime after that, she kept asking about your annual income really persistently. Like, really persistently. It was uncomfortable.
What?
She'd bring it up randomly during dinner. I wonder how much Sarah makes, or do you think Sarah earns more than average? I kept telling her it wasn't any of our business.
That's so invasive.
Remember when Mom hurt her knee and was hospitalized? We split the medical costs.
I remember you paid more because you'd just gotten your bonus and said not to worry about it.
Actually, Lisa and I had a fight after that. She kept nagging me, saying, "Why are you paying more when you're the younger brother? That's weird." She wouldn't let it go for days. She kept saying it made no sense for the younger sibling to pay more.
Oh.
It was only about $200 more. No matter how many times I explained, she kept criticizing me, so I got frustrated and said something I shouldn't have. I said since I earned the most, it's natural for me to pay more. I was just trying to get her to stop nagging me about it.
That's definitely it. So she thinks I'm a sister-in-law who earns less than her younger brother and lives in a rundown apartment. I guess she just came up with her own story.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea she would take that and run with it. She must have looked up your apartment online and made assumptions. Sorry, it's my fault. I'll correct Lisa's misunderstanding later.
No, it's too much trouble, so let's just leave it as is. You don't need to do anything, Mark.
Really? But you're being misunderstood, and badly. She's completely wrong about your situation.
From Lisa's attitude, I feel like if we try to correct it now, she'll think we're making excuses, so don't worry about it and just leave it alone. She seems pretty set in her beliefs.
If that's what you want, I'll do that, but are you really okay with this? It bothers me that she's talking down to you based on completely wrong information.
It's fine, it's fine. Honestly, it's kind of interesting to see how she treats people she thinks are beneath her.
But that's not a good thing, though.
Anyway, I'll contact you again when the wedding details are finalized.
Okay, but Sarah, I really am sorry about this mess.
Don't worry about it. It's not your fault Lisa jumped to conclusions. Long time no see, Sarah. Hey, Lisa. Mark told me, Sarah, you're really going through with the wedding. Even after I gave you all that advice, I thought you would have come to your senses by now. It's a once-in-a-lifetime special day. No matter how much it costs, I'm going to do it. I see. Well, I should tell you up front, I won't be attending your wedding. What? I've thought about it carefully. The brother's wife will be absent. It's better for everyone this way, trust me. May I ask why? Announcing your absence before even being invited. The reason is that you're a poor couple. I mean, let's be honest about this situation. What? Since you live in that rundown apartment, your husband must be poor too, right? A couple that's both poor. Honestly, I think you'll divorce soon. Money problems are the #1 cause of divorce. Why do you think that? Because you're poor, and now you're getting cocky with a wedding. You're probably taking out a wedding loan, right? Starting married life with debt. Your future looks pretty bleak. I've seen it happen so many times. Couples who spend money they don't have on their wedding, then they're stuck paying it off for years. That's not a problem. We're not taking out any loans, and we have the wedding costs saved up. No way! Living in a rundown apartment but having savings? This shows how low level your wedding will be. I guess I was right to decline. What? Do you even have a $10,000 budget for the wedding? Maybe even less? Oh, maybe just $3,000? That's like, what, community center rental and grocery store cake? Going to such a cheap wedding would just be a waste of money. Excuse me? Since we're family, I'd have to give at least $500 to $1,000 as a wedding gift, right? Spending that much on a cheap wedding seems like such a waste of money, don't you think? If the gift could be like $1, that would be fine, though. I think wedding gifts are about celebrating someone's happiness. I've never thought of them as wasteful. Ugh, so you're trying to guilt people into giving you money with that kind of talk? Sorry, but I won't fall for that. That's exactly what poor people do. They make it about happiness and celebration. What? Having a wedding when you're poor. You're just after the gift money, aren't you? That kind of wedding has zero value. It's so obvious. Invite a bunch of people, collect the gifts, use the money to pay for the wedding. Maybe even make a profit if you're sneaky about it. I'm not wasting money on a poor couple's shabby wedding. The gift money would be wasted, so I'm declining. At least when Mark and I got married, people got their money's worth. Good food, open bar, live music, beautiful venue. But I wasn't planning to invite you anyway. What? You certainly talked a lot, but don't worry. I never planned to invite you in the first place. What? So, announcing your absence? How bored are you? Are you just completely lacking in common sense? Shameless? Declining an invitation you never received? Are you stupid? What? What do you mean you weren't planning to invite me? You said you wanted both of us to come. That was months ago. After being constantly mocked as a poor couple, I naturally changed my mind. Don't you think that's reasonable? Why would I invite someone who thinks so little of me? So not inviting me is just petty. I'm your brother's wife. Normally, you should invite me. Family is family, regardless of personal feelings. It's basic etiquette. You were going to decline anyway, right? So what's the problem? You were so confident about being invited, and now you're embarrassed. You don't need to be so desperate. You literally just spent minutes explaining why you wouldn't come. Huh? I'm not embarrassed at all. You don't get to just exclude family members. You're not inviting me because you have something to hide. I know what you're really thinking. What? You don't want me to see your cheap wedding because we had such a gorgeous ceremony last year. What? Your venue, dress, everything will be cheaper and shabbier than mine. With a $3,000 budget for your tacky wedding, of course you can't invite me. You're scared I'll see how pathetic it is compared to a real wedding. That's the real reason, isn't it? Actually, the total is about $60,000. What? The budget is actually higher than yours. I asked Mark about it for reference, and yours was $50,000, right? What are you saying? There's no way you have a $50,000 budget. A poor couple couldn't have that kind of money. That's impossible! You're lying! Where would you even get that much money? But we do, though. What? How does a poor couple living in a rundown apartment have that money? I know your income is lower than Mark's. The math doesn't add up. Are you lying to save face? That's true. My income was lower than my brother's until now, but I plan to earn double that starting next year, so it's fine. What? Double? What are you talking about? You can't just magically double your income. I haven't told you, but we're actually a doctor and lawyer couple. What? Doctor and lawyer? Wait, what? That's not possible. I was in medical residency. He was in legal clerkship. We each had long periods of struggle, but we overcame that and are getting married. Those years were really tough financially. Residents and clerks barely make anything while training. What? Medical residency, legal clerkship, but you live in that cheap apartment. Starting next year, I'll work as a doctor, and he'll be a new lawyer at a major firm, so we'll be financially comfortable. So yes, we'll be doing quite well. What? Wait, I never heard about this. You never said you were in medical school, or that your fiancé was in law school. You never asked about our careers. You just assumed we were failures based on our apartment. The struggling years were tough, but just having someone to come home to made us strong. Plus, saving money in that cheap apartment means we can have the wedding we want. All those years of living like students finally paid off. We saved every penny we could during training. I'm so glad we lived the life you mocked. No way. I thought you were just a poor people. But a doctor and lawyer? That's like a power couple. This changes everything. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I feel so stupid now. Why would we tell you? You made it clear you weren't interested in our lives. You only cared about judging our apartment and income. You never once asked what we actually do for work. But I didn't know. How could I have known? If I had known you were going to be doctors and lawyers, I would have been so much nicer. This is all a big misunderstanding. We can have our wedding just fine without you, so don't worry and just stay home.
Sarah, did something happen with Lisa?
Why?
She suddenly started saying she wants to go to your wedding, but just yesterday she was saying, I absolutely will not go to that wedding. It's like she's a completely different person. She's been pacing around the house talking about wedding gifts.
Actually, Lisa contacted me yesterday. I told her about mine and my fiancé's professions.
Ah, so that's why she did a complete 180? She was so insistent about not going. She spent the whole evening telling me how wrong it was for poor people to have weddings.
Now she's saying, I want to go too. Lisa is such an emotionally expressive and interesting person.
She's not interesting at all. Just yesterday she was telling me not to go either. She was really adamant about it. Said it would be embarrassing for the family. She said if I insisted on going, I'd have to pay for the gift from my own allowance. My allowance is only $300 a month because of the mortgage.
What? Mark, that's all you get? But you work for a major corporation. That's actually less than what high schoolers get.
Actually, Lisa was supposed to get a job after we built the house, but she said a house is too much work to clean, so she'll be a housewife. She keeps finding new reasons not to work. First it was the house needs settling in. Then it was I need time to organize everything. She's always changing what she says.
Oh.
She never started working, but our expenses increased with property taxes and stuff, so she said we had to cut my allowance. She controls all the finances now, says I'm not good with money, but I used to manage fine on my own.
So that's why it's a $300 allowance. Mark, that's not normal for a working adult.
I know, but she says married couples should combine finances, and since she's home all day, she should manage the budget. Oh, but I'll definitely give a gift. I have some savings hidden away, so don't worry about that. I've been putting aside a little bit here and there. She doesn't know about it.
Hidden savings? Mark, you shouldn't have to hide money from your wife. Don't worry about that. Wedding gifts are just gestures, so only give what's comfortable. More than that, I need you to stop Lisa. Don't worry about bringing a gift. Just please absolutely do not bring Lisa to the venue.
Of course, after how rude she was to you, I'll take responsibility and leave her at home. I'm actually relieved you said that. I was dreading having to deal with her behavior at your wedding. She gets so competitive around other people, always trying to one-up everyone. Sorry about Lisa during what should be such a happy time before your wedding.
You don't need to apologize, Mark. I'm counting on you for the wedding day. Sarah, today's wedding was absolutely wonderful. The beautiful dress and the venue like an overseas chapel. It was just perfect. I can't believe how elegant everything was. The flower arrangements alone must have cost a fortune. Look what you did today. I can't believe you forced your way into the venue. Forced my way in? How rude. I'm your brother's wife. I have the right to attend. Family should always be included in important events. People without invitations don't have the right to attend, even if they're family. Huh? But I have an invitation. That fake invitation you made yourself. I can't believe you went that far just to crash the wedding. The staff was so confused when you showed up with that obviously homemade invitation. Did you really think no one would notice? But it was for your important wedding. I couldn't miss such a special day. And look how beautiful everything turned out. You must be so happy with how everything went. And then you brazenly joined the reception too. The venue staff had such a hard time with the sudden increase in guests. They had to scramble to find you a seat. The catering was already perfectly planned. But I brought a proper wedding gift, so let's get along from now on. I got you something really nice from the registry. Well, actually, I upgraded it to the more expensive version. So you're obviously sucking up now. I'm so happy to have a doctor sister-in-law and lawyer brother-in-law. Please take good care of your little sister-in-law from now on. We're going to be such a successful family. I can't wait to tell everyone about my accomplished in-laws. Who's going to take care of you? You're not my sister-in-law or anything. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. We're family now. I know I said some silly things before, but that's all in the past. By the way, Mark has a message for you. Let's get divorced. What? Lisa, you were going around talking to all the bride and groom's friends, weren't you? You thought you were being sneaky, but apparently it was all seen. Several people came up to me asking who the woman hitting on everyone was. What? I was just being friendly. Making conversation with the other guests. Mark saw everything when you were desperately hitting on the groom's lawyer friend. You spent 20 minutes cornering him by the bar, getting his business card, asking about his income, talking about how unhappy you are in your marriage. What? That's not what happened at all. We were just talking about careers. I thought you were sucking up to me, but you were simultaneously looking for your next husband. How impressive. Very efficient networking. Mark was really disgusted. He says he's divorcing you. He's been thinking about it for a while, but today was the final straw. What? Mark just misunderstood everything. No, that's not it. That was all just a joke. I would never actually. A joke? We can verify this through my husband, you know. I could just ask that lawyer friend you were hitting on to show me the messages you exchanged today. A married woman aggressively pursuing single men at her sister-in-law's wedding, while her husband watched from across the room. How humiliating for Mark. Please don't show Mark anything. I'll explain everything to him myself. It's all a big misunderstanding. Looks like the brothers couple will divorce faster than the poor couple. Well then, goodbye. Shortly after, my brother and his wife divorced. Initially, Lisa insisted, "I don't want a divorce," and there was quite a struggle. But thanks to my lawyer husband stepping in, it was resolved incredibly quickly. As for Lisa, she was avoided by all the men she had targeted at the wedding venue, so she gave up on finding her next husband. She's apparently lamenting that I was abandoned by my husband and I'm an unhappy woman. But I think the most unhappy person is me, since I gave a $3,000 wedding gift when my brother got married last year and she's completely forgotten about it.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.